Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the hangar at Washington Street Gym as the Macomb High Lady Bombers take on the Panthers of Central Southeastern in girls basketball tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. It's Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber sports as they do all year long here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. About 2 minutes before the JV contest. This is JV basketball action here tonight. We will have the varsity game immediately following. Also on Hulett PubliPro LLC's YouTube channel, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, has John Reynolds and Tegan Perry doing the BPC Knoxville game in Bushnell tonight. And at West Prairie, which is actually only a varsity contest tonight, that will have Greg Phelps, I do believe, on the call. I'm not sure who's going to run the camera for him. It might be John Burton, or it may not be John Burton. That's kind of up to those guys. I'll leave that up to those two to decide who they want to run the camera. Will may run the camera for Greg on these girls' basketball nights. John there to watch Lauren, his girlfriend, play in her senior season at West Prairie. But we're here for Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling's presentation of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. I have Grant Hicks on the camera again tonight, so we want to thank him. His second complete game, or second complete night. It'll be his third game on the camera, technically, but we're happy to have him along board. His mom and dad are out deer hunting today, or were, and that's kind of not fair, is it, Grant? No. Grant's stuck here working, and mom and dad are out goofing off. At any rate, it's going to be the Bombers and the Central Southeastern Panthers on the floor right now. Jumping up for is Agnes Ginnenbacher for the Panthers, and for the Bombers going to be number 40. Oh, excuse me, it's Jordan Hines, number 30. About said her number in varsity. Hines gets the rebound, or gets the tip, but she can't catch it herself. So it will be possession to Central Southeastern. And it's going to be inbounded right off the bat to Bachhold. Bachhold's going to give it off to Ginnenbacher. Down to Bachhold for three, left side. It's good. We'll get this one started here. Give the Panthers a three-pointer. And it's 3-0 Panthers. Hines is going to get it. Down low, she tries to go down to the Bombers' number 42, Ella Hare. Knocked away. Ginnenbacher with it now for the Panthers. Left side on the dribble, number 4, Anna Peters. Up top, Ginnenbacher is going to try the three. It's off, no good. Rebound down low to number 24, Catherine Stortson. And on the far side is going to be number 12, Kylie Robinson. A jumper on the baseline from Hare, off, no good. Rebound goes to number 10, Claire Houston, but she's going to be tied up by Jordan Hines. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession to the Bombers. We get Grant to zoom in just a little bit more here. We're going to try to zoom in a little bit more tonight, stay a little tighter on the game. And Ginnenbacher with a steal on the inbounds pass. She hustles it up the far side on the left-handed dribble. She's going to go all the way to the hoop. It was knocked away finally by Kylie Robinson. Down in the corner, back to Ginnenbacher, and she's going to travel with it. A turnover and possession back to the Bombers. They trail by 3-0 here in the first quarter. .6:30 remaining in the first quarter. And Kylie Robinson's going to lose it, and then a jump ball is going to be called as Stortson ties it up with Houston. And another jump ball gives it back to Central. Inbounded it comes to number 15, Kaylee Bachhold. driving with the basketball, number 3, Marley Long, and she loses it out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers. Another turnover, 2 straight turnovers for Central. Bombers have had their share as well here early in this one. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. JV basketball from the hangar at Washington Street Gym here in Macomb. Ella Hare with it, and she got away with the travel as her foot slid. Robinson's going to drive, put up the shot. It's off, no good. Tipped around by Houston from behind of Robinson. It's going to be picked up by Bockhold, and it goes back the other way on the hand of Claire Houston. Ginenbacher dribbles in on Hines, dumps it out to Bockhold. Bockhold's going to give it off to Peters. Peters out to Ginenbacher, fakes the 3, drives, skips it across to Bockhold, then to Houston, and Houston's going to lose it off of a Bomber out of bounds. Possession stays with Camp Point Central. Southeastern, 5:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Inbound, Ginenbacher up top. Couldn't see the number. It was Houston. Rebound by Hines, and she pushes it back the other way with the left hand. Stops, give it to Robinson, and Robinson sets up the offense. Stortzum's out there with her. Stortzum on the dribble now. She wanted to skip it across, and then she throws it away. Not sure if Anna Peters touched it. They were discussing it, the 2 officials were over there, but they did not say that she touched it. Claire Houston brings it up the floor for the Panthers, and then a jump ball is going to be called as Bockhold had it down low, and Stortzum was there. It's a jump ball, possession back to the Bombers. And a timeout on the floor. We charge to the Bombers. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here on this timeout. And we'll tell you this game's being brought to you by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for an upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice, Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice directly to your events. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. Our setup is a little different than normal tonight. Up here at the top of the Washington Street Gym. Game also being brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. So the Bombers bring it up with Kylie Robertson. Kylie Robinson gives it to Hare. Hare to Hines. Hines looks down to Robinson. Now it's going to be Hare stepping back for a 3. No shot. She traveled before she stepped in, then stepped out. That is, as they say, a no-no. So a turnover back to Camp Point Central. Camp Point Central made their first bucket of the game by Bockhold. And I don't know that either team's made more than one or two attempted more than 1 or 2 shots. Been a lot of turnovers here early in this one. 4:35 to go, and Peters nearly traveled with it there. Ginenbacher on the dribble. Houston down in the corner. It goes to Anna Peters. Anna Peters has it tipped away by Kylie Robinson. No, it's not Kylie Robinson. It's Drew Creasy in the game, and she gets the steal. Missed the layup, though. Comes up with it again. She's going to back it out and reset the offense. Kylie Robinson with it. Skips it across to Ella Hare. Stortzum to Creasy. Now back to Robinson. Creasy, nice little cut without the basketball and in the pass from Kylie Robinson. Drew Creasy gets the first 2 for the Bombers, and the Bombers are within 1 at 3-2. Houston with it. Looks down low. Nice backdoor cut, and Kylie Robinson is going to get the foul. It'll be the first foul of the game. First one on Robinson, first one on the Bombers. And at the free throw line shooting 2, going to be number 15, Kaylee Bockhold. She's got 3 already. First one is good. Second one is good as well. She hits both and takes the 3-point lead back up again. And a three on the way by Stortzum, off no good. Peters with the rebound. She's going to get it to Houston. Want to welcome number 1 fan to the broadcast. Please do like and share this broadcast. Be a subscriber if you would, so you can check out all the great West Central Illinois sporting events here for free on YouTube, thanks to TSSR Game Time Live. 3 minutes nearly remaining, 3:03, and the first foul of the game on Camp Point Central is going to be called. Not sure who they called that on. They called it on Bockhold. It'll be her first, team's first. Hines and Hare take a seat. Coming in for the Bombers, going to be number 44, Dakota Thorman. No, number 34, excuse me. Aaliyah Abernathy. And also in number 23, Ava Bradford. Kylie Robinson's pass is stolen away by Bockhold. She's going to go back the other way. Robinson going to beat her down the floor, but Kylie Robinson's going to pick up her second foul. Team second. Both teams with 1 foul apiece. Or 2 fouls now for the Bombers, excuse me. Robinson takes a seat. Brooklyn Mast in the game now, I do believe, if I can see the number. Actually, that was Ava Bradford. Look at the number 3 for Anna Peters. There's a shot by the Bombers, number 20, Sophie Wilson. That's who came in the game, and Sophie Wilson's going to get 2 free throws here. Fouls on number 10, Claire Houston. Her first, team second. First one for number 20, Sophie Wilson, is off, no good. Eight to 2, CSE with the lead. Wilson's second one is good. Bockhold skips it out to Peters for another 3 attempt, and she nailed another one. Anna Peters gets her second 3 in as many possessions. And another foul. 2 shots coming for number 34, Aaliyah Abernathy. Fouls on number 35 for Camp Point Central Southeastern. That's Ava Turner. Her first, team's third. First one for Abernathy's off, no good. Subs coming in. Stortzum takes a seat. Checking in is number 44, Dakota Thorman for the Bombers. Abernathy's second is an air ball possession to the Panthers. Also in the game for the Panthers, Kinsey Griswold, number 34. Claire Houston brings it up the floor, and she steps on the sideline out of bounds to the Bombers. Also in the game for Central, number 24, that is Sophie Turner. Houston with the steal on a pass to Wilson. That pass came from Ava Bradford. Now jump ball is going to be called. Houston gets tied up by Bradford. Possession is going to go back to the Bombers. Bockhold takes a seat for the first time. And game number 14 is Carly Deerworster. Long two on the way by Wilson, off no good, and foul's going to be called on the Bombers, number 23, Ava Bradford. That'll be Bradford's first, team's third. Let's get our live chats open. We do have the super chats available if you'd like to make a donation or get yourself to the top of the chat list. You're able to do that. And it's going to be out of bounds off of the Panthers as Griswold tried to get it in to Sophie Turner, and they're playing defense for the Bombers was Ava Bradford, and knocks it out of bounds off of Turner. Drew Creasy in the game for the Bombers. Gets into Creasy, up top to Wilson. Wilson backs it back out, sets up the offense. 1:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Thorman to Wilson, skips it across Bradford, and the shot is good. Ava Bradford gets the shot to fall. 11-5 is the score. And a traveling called, 1:11 remaining in the first quarter. Drew Creasy bringing it up the floor for the Bombers. Saw her dad out taking money earlier, helping out the front gate. Drew Creasy with it again. Still on the spin. She gives it to Sophie Wilson. Abernathy looking for the ball at a high post, can't get it. Wilson picks up the dribble, gives it to Abernathy now, who then loses it. Tracked down by Bradford, and it's tipped away, and possession on a jump ball is going to go to Central. Inbounded with 38 seconds remaining. And Bradford tips it away from Sophie Turner. Kaylee Bachhold replacing Turner now with 34.6 seconds remaining. Bradford inbound for the Bombers. 34.6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Long two on the way by Bradford, off no good. Bachhold's going to go to the hoop and gets it swiped away and knocked down. No foul call, but the ball goes out of bounds off the Bombers. Possession to the Panthers. 18.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ball tipped out of bounds by Wilson. Stays with the Panthers, but it's going to be a sideline inbounds play now for Camp Point Central Southeastern. Ball gets inbounded. Now low down to Kinsey Griswold. She's going to have it stolen away by Bradford. Bradford pushes it up the floor now. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Thorman. Thorman's left-handed shot with a little help on a foul maybe was off no good, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. The score, 11-5. Central with the lead over Macomb. We'll take our first break of the night, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in about 30 seconds.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to the hangar at Washington Street Gym in Macomb, Illinois. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Game being brought to you by Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also then receive the Monday and Wednesday editions free by download on their website. Single copies can be purchased at select locations of Bushnell, Colchester, Blandesville, and of course Macomb. And TSSR is happy to have a new partnership with the Community News Brief and offer a special section in the Wednesday free edition, the Tri-State Sports Report Bites. As Ginnenbacher back in the game gets a steal from Creasy on the pass attempt. Bachhold now is going to drive, puts up the runner off, no good. Bradford with a rebound, and it goes back the other way. 7:40 remaining in the first half. Across half court it goes to Creasy. Creasy around Bachhold, and Creasy's going to get the bucket. Drew Creasy gets her 4th point. Bradford's going to pick up the foul for the Bombers. Wrong team. It is the second quarter. Bradford picks up her 2nd, team's 4th. And another turnover. Thank you, number 1 fan. We do appreciate that. Thorman with the shot. It's off, no good. Rebound to Claire Houston. She falls to the floor pretty hard, but not before a foul is called. It's called on Dakota Thorman. That'll be her 1st, team's 5th. Bachhold gives it back to Houston. There's a little give and go, and Bachhold misses the wide open layup. Wilson gets the rebound and pushes it back the other way. And then Anna Peters is going to pick up the foul. Her 1st, team's 4th. Down in the corner it goes to Wilson. Wilson's going to drive, backs it back out. Goes down to Abernathy. Abernathy, a little drop step. And a jump ball is going to be called. Possession to Central. That's the 7th jump ball of the game. It's a 6:30 mark of the second quarter. Bachhold comes to Claire Houston. 6:22 remaining. Houston to Anna Peters. Peters has a pair of 3-pointers. There's the give and go. Ginnenbacher this time from Houston, and Ginnenbacher gets her first 2 of the night. Shot off, no good. Claire Houston pushes it down the floor to Ginnenbacher. Ginnenbacher gets it. And Stortzum is going to be called for the foul, I do believe. Catherine Stortzum picks up the foul, her 1st, team 6th. In the game is Gwen Houston for the Panthers. Bachhold. Ginnenbacher. Going to drive. Throws up the shot. She's going to be fouled, I believe, by Abernathy. We are on the opposite side of the court, so sometimes it's hard to see. It is on Abernathy. That'll be her 1st, team 7th. Ginnenbacher shooting 2 free throws, and the Panthers in the bonus the rest of the way. Also in that live chat, hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. The live chat does replay, so the kids will get a chance to see who was watching it if they want to go back and watch anytime soon or even sometime down the road. So hop in there. And the second one is good for the Panthers and Ginnenbacher. There's a block. As Bradford, I believe, is who that was over there. No, it wasn't Bradford. It was number 22. Lucy Platt had her shot blocked down there. Stortzum bounces it out to Thorman. Baseline jumper off, no good. Abernathy with the rebound. She tries to put it back up. She does. It's good. Abernathy gets her first two. And another turnover for Camp Point Central Southeastern. 4:49 to go. It's 14-9 here in the first half. Costin, thank you. And a pass stolen away by Genenbacher. She takes it left side. Kylie Robinson back in the game with 2 fouls. Cuts off the dribble drive, though. Claire Houston now. Oh, there's a nice crossover. Into the lane she goes. Dumps it out to Bachhold. Bachhold can barely hang on to the hot pass. And they call her for a double dribble. Another turnover. 4:26 remaining in the second quarter. Stortzum is going to, the Bombers are going to take a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. It's their second timeout. I guess I forgot to take the timeouts off the board. Timeouts off the board. Sorry about that, folks. This game being brought to you by M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop in and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mandbfurnitureiinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. So after the timeout, it'll be Bomber basketball trailing by 5, 14-9, 4:19 to go. It's kind of odd. Same numbers were in the time as were in the score. Not in the same order, but close. And a shot was off, no good. Abernathy with another rebound and another putback. That's her 4th point and 2nd time in a row down the floor. She's used the offensive putback to get some points. It's 14-11. Gwen Houston. Now it's going to be Peters, Claire Houston, over to Gwen Houston. Gwen Houston is going to give it off to Deerworster. Her shot's off, no good. Kylie Robinson with the rebound. She pushes it up the floor. A little spin move, throws it up, off, no good. Claire Houston with the rebound, and she goes back the other way. A 2-on-1 coming. She backs it out. Slows down at the block. Going to give it to Genenbacher. Genenbacher is going to come up top. Tries to. It's finally going to be picked up by Hines. And she's going to get called for, what do they call it, a jump ball or a travel? I didn't see there. We'll see if they switch the arrow or not. Called her for a travel. 3:10 to go. In the first half. Hines gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Camp Point Central Southeastern. Drew Creasy checking back in, I do believe. Kenzie Griswold checking in for the Panthers. Genenbacher takes a seat. 2:54 to go. Inbound to Griswold. She misses the shot. Robinson with the rebound for the Bombers, and she pushes it back the other way. Claire Houston stops the ball, but the shot goes up over the top of her. Griswold comes down with it. A jump ball is going to be tied up as Kylie Robinson picked it up off the floor as well. Possession back to Camp Point Central Southeastern. 2:42 to go in the first half. And Gwen Houston gets called for the travel. A lot of turnovers. They are leading here. 14-11 are the Panthers, but they've had a bunch of turnovers here in the first half. But 2/3 of their possessions have ended in turnovers. Shot on the way by Platt off no good. Hare and Hines harassing Claire Houston, who has the basketball. She goes down to Griswold. Rolls back out to Houston. Gwen Houston is going to get called for the double dribble or the travel, one or the other. Turnover again, and it's 2:05 remaining. And it was too late. Didn't get the sub in time. Kylie Robinson has her pass tipped away. Platt goes to get it. Platt down to Hines. Hines, into Creasy. A nice pass through the lane, but couldn't finish. Hare tracks down an errant pass from Hines, who put her hands over her face. When she let loose of that pass, there's another cut without the basketball, and there's another nice pass. The idea was good. The finish wasn't real great. And another offensive rebound for the Bombers. Now it's going to be Kylie Robinson with an old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming as she hits it in the harm. Kylie Robinson. I believe Claire Houston is going to get the foul. It is going to be on Claire Houston. That'll be her second, team's fifth. Several subs coming in. Boom. Bradford coming back and also in for the Panthers, number 35, Ava Turner. Shot good by Robinson. And we're tied up. And a foul charge to Ella Hare, her first, team's eighth. One a bonus coming for the Panthers. At the free throw line, number 24, Sophie Turner. She misses the opportunity, and it's going to be Kylie Robinson bringing it up the floor. 1:18 remaining. She goes down to Bradford. Bradford now on the give and go. Tries to get it to Robinson. Robinson loses it. Peters stole it away. Excuse me, it's Robinson stole it back nonetheless. Bradford misses a shot there. It wasn't Peterson on the steal. It was Deerworster. Subs coming in for the Bombers. Number 40 is Kendall Danner. 58.2 seconds remaining in the first half. Ava Turner with it. And Drew Creasy is going to pick up the foul, I believe. Drew Creasy picks up the foul. Her first. Free throw no good. And another foul as Kylie Robinson went to the hole. Foul's going to be on number 14, I believe. Carly, Deerworster. It's her first. Team sixth. Kylie Robinson's free throw is good. Multiple subs coming in with 48.2 seconds left. Kylie Robinson 2 for 2 from the free throw line. I jinxed her that time. And she went over the line early, so it wouldn't have counted that it went in. She's going to have 4 points, though. 48.2 seconds left, and the Bombers have a 15-14 lead. Bachhold loses the ball and stepped on the baseline trying to throw it in across the lane to Ginenbacher. And with 38.7 seconds left, the Bombers with a chance to build on a 1-point lead. That free throw gave the Bombers the first lead of the game. There's a shot off, no good. They were put back by Kendall Danner, number 40. Now with 15 seconds left, Ginenbacher's going to drive. Comes up top to Claire Houston. Over to Peters. She's going to try to answer with another three. It's short. Rebound to Drew Creasy. 5 seconds remaining. Bachhold takes it away. 2 seconds remaining. And she's going to loft one up hard off the glass. No good. And that's how the first half's going to come to an end here at the hangar at Washington Street Gym. The Bombers lead 17-14. As Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll take a break and be back in just a couple minutes here on this live broadcast from Macomb High School.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Washington Street Gym. It's halftime of the JV contest here between the Central Southeastern Panthers and the Macomb High Lady Bombers. The Bombers trailed all but the last minute of this half as Kylie Robinson hit a free throw with under a minute to go to give the Bombers their first lead. And then Kendall Danner made a bucket to give the Bombers their 3-point 17-14 halftime lead. Looking at the stats of the first half, pretty simple stats here for us. 6 points for Anna Peters on the strength of two three-pointers in the first quarter. 5 points for Bachhold. And 3 points for Agnes Ginenbacher. She had a 2 and a 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half for the Panthers. They have one player with 2 fouls. That is Claire Houston, number 10. Everybody else has just 1. I have Peters with 1, Deerworster with 1, Bachhold with 1, and Ava Turner with 1. for the Bombers. 4 points for Drew Creasy. 4 points for Kylie Robinson. 1 point for Sophie Wilson on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Ava Bradford. 4 points for Aaliyah Abernathy. And 2 points for Kendall Danner. The Bombers are 3 of 7 from the charity stripe in the first half. It is Macomb basketball to open the second half. There were 9 jump balls in that quarter, or in that half. Once again, live chat's open. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We'd love to have some communication with our fans in the chat, so hop in there. We're about 5 minutes away from getting ready with the second half of action, so we'll take another break, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Welcome back to the hangar at Washington Street Gym. And trying to get my scoreboard cleared off there. Coble Moreno says he's from Detroit, Michigan, and going with the Bombers. Well, thanks for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Coble. I think it's Coble or Kobe. I'm too far away from my screen. Maybe it's Kobe. I'm sorry, Kobe. All right, as the Lady Bombers back out on the floor. This game also being brought to you today by Tom Conklin State Farm. Face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WAU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and full-service coffee bar. Breakfast is served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. And Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling since 1960 has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And it's going to be Bomber basketball to open the second half. Well, I hate getting names wrong. If I had better eyes, buddy, I could see from there, but I can't. I'm sitting away from the computer tonight a little farther than normal. And turnover for the Bombers as we start the third quarter. Claire Houston with it. Gives it to Peters. Houston gives a baseball pass from about 10 feet away to Peters. Now Bachhold. Bachhold gives it to Claire Houston, who wanted to pick it up. She tried to give it to Ginnenbacher, couldn't get it there, so she gives it back to Peters. Peters now on the dribble. Back to Houston. Right side to Bachhold. Down the corner to Ginnenbacher. She pumps, drives, backs out. Comes back up top. Bachhold. Peters. Ginnenbacher's going to drive now, dumps out in the corner to Houston, and Ginnenbacher is going to be called for the charge. Her first foul, team's first foul of the second half. Abernathy replacing Hines. Full court man-to-man pressure now for Central Southeastern. Robinson went up and then realized she couldn't throw it where she wanted to and throws it out of bounds because she had to get rid of the ball. 6:45 remaining. The clock is not running. There it is. Bachhold to Peters. Ginnenbacher. The lefty on the dribble comes near side to Bachhold. Bachhold on the dribble, goes down low. Runner by Peters is off, no good. That was Marley Long with it down there. Hare picks it up. She's double teamed. Gets it to Robinson, who is double teamed. No, that's Stortson, excuse me. And its pass is going to be knocked away. Houston's going to overthrow Bachhold. It goes out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers with 6:08 remaining in the third quarter. Abernathy from Creasy. The bucket is good. Bombers extend their lead, 19-14. Bachhold. Ginnenbacher might have got away with a shuffle of the feet there. Claire Houston nearly let that one go through her legs, but gathered it back up. Bombers defense very good here, not letting at least no clear penetration into the lane. And that time the pass over Hare is stolen away. Stortson goes to the rack. Her shot's blocked by Houston, but knocked out of bounds by Bachhold. Thorman going to come in, replacing Ella Hare, and it'll be Bomber basketball underneath their own basket. 5:25 to go here in the third quarter. It's 19-14 Bombers with the lead. The referee wanted Stortsom to take the ball, and Stortsom wasn't looking, and he handed it to her and it just fell to the floor. A jumper from the right elbow is good for Drew Creasy. Give her 6. Shot on the way, no good. Ginnenbacher for 3. It's off, no good. Off of Peters, out of bounds, possession to the Bombers. Bombers are on at least a 10-0 run, but I think it might be a 12-0 run. Thorman, long shot off, no good. Rebound by Stortsom. 4:44 remaining in the third quarter. Kylie Robinson with it now. Looking down to Abernathy. Kylie Robinson's going to draw. Oh, what a look across to Drew Creasy. Kylie Robinson with the assist. Creasy with the bucket. Robinson knocks that one out of bounds. Possession to Central Southeastern. And a timeout charged to Central. It's a 30-second timeout. It's their first timeout of the game. This game being brought to you by Ronnie Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, Chris, or any of the crew. Or you can visit them online at www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. 4:21 to go in the third quarter. Bombers now up 23-14. 3 on the way by Peters is short. She gets her own rebound. Right side to wanted long. Stortsom cuts in the passing lane, takes it away. She finds a cutting Creasy. Creasy can't gather it in and loses it out of bounds. Possession back to Central Southeastern. 4:11 remaining here in the third quarter. Ava Turner checking in for Central. Claire Houston. And she's going to get called for the travel. Abernathy down to Creasy. Creasy again has it swiped away by Bachhold. Bachhold picks up her dribble, gives it to Claire Houston. Now back to Bachhold. Across half court it goes. She skips it out to Turner. Turner jumper off, no good. Abernathy with the rebound. Robinson with it. Her spin around off, no good. Thorman with the rebound. She puts it back up. It's off, no good. Ball hits the ground. Nobody was there to rebound it. Finally picked up by Ginnenbacher. Bachhold with a long 2. It's off, no good. Thorman had the rebound, but it's tied up. Ava Turner and Ginnenbacher there. Jump ball goes to Central. Subs coming in for the Bombers. Wilson and Bradford come in. Stortsom and Robinson take a seat. So it's Creasy, Thorman, Abernathy, Wilson, and Bradford on the floor for the Bombers. Ginnenbacher, Turner, Claire Houston, Deerworster, and Long on the floor for the Panthers. Another shot by Deerworster off no good. Got her own rebound. It's off no good again. Ball tipped around, finally taken by Thorman. Sophie Wilson will bring it up the floor now for the Bombers. 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. Down to Bradford it goes. Bradford has it nearly stolen away. Trying to get it into Abernathy. It rolls all the way across about 5 arms, and it'll stay with the Bombers. Central Southeastern has not scored in this quarter yet. Creasy's shot's off, no good. Rebounded by Thorman. Wilson with it. Now Bradford left elbow jumper, long, no good. Bounce went right over a Central Southeastern Panther. Now Thorman with a little runner. It's off, no good. And a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Bombers. 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. Wilson inbounding. Bradford with the basket on the inbounds play. Give her 4 points, I do believe. Yes. There's a runner by Ginnenbacher, off no good. Back to the Bombers it goes, and they'll take it back the other direction. Corner 3, Creasy way long. And Bradford's going to pick up another foul. That'll be her third unofficially. Team's first of the second half. Thorman and Abernathy come out. Houston. Tried to get it down to Griswold and just couldn't get enough spin on it. Couldn't get the rotation to bring it back to her. Threw it right beside her. Out of reach. 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. Down, nobody guarding Bradford. Bradford gets the shot up as Turner came over late. Hines with the rebound and the putback. It's off, no good. Ginnenbacher throws up a shot. It's off, no good. Outletted to Bradford. Bradford reaches, gets down, stops, puts up the shot again. It's off, no good. And Danner can't save it in. Corner for Deer Worcester. Deer Worcester might have got away with the travel there. There's a travel. That was Sophie Turner on the travel. Possession back to the Bombers. Central still has not scored here in the third quarter. Timeout to the Bombers, a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Washington Street Gym. Game also being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Athletic trainers in an MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Bomber student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. So the Bombers have the basketball, 31 seconds remaining. Drew Creasy brings it up. Hines sets a pick, a little pick and roll. It worked no good, and Sophie Turner is going to get called for another travel with 22.4 seconds remaining. Into Creasy. Creasy, long three, left wing, long off the glass, no good. It's picked up by Sophie Turner. She's going to go back the other way. Hines is going to beat her down the floor, though. Out to Ava Turner. Across it goes to Deerworster. Now down to Gwen Houston. Ava Turner, and on the foul is going to be Drew Creasy. Drew Creasy is going to pick up her second. Team's second. Long two on the way as the buzzer sounds. That was Ava Turner on the shot. It won't fall at the end of three. The Bombers lead 25-14. We'll be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC. I have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Welcome back to the hangar at Washington Street Gym. 8 minutes going to remain on the clock as we get ready for the fourth quarter here. And JV action between the Central Southeastern Panthers and the Macomb High Lady Bombers. 25-14. It was 17-14 at the end of the first half. Panthers unable to find the bottom of the basket in the third quarter. And the inbounds pass right off the bat stolen away by Stortzum, who gives it to Kylie Robinson to go back the other way for the Bombers. Chance to build on an 11-point lead. Robinson jab steps, gives back to away from the basket. Foul's going to be called on Kinsey Griswold, I do believe. Griswold's going to pick up her first, team's first. Her and Hines have been kind of battling pretty hard all afternoon here. Pretty sure that's a moving pick Hines is doing down there, but when you block somebody out and the shot isn't up and you're moving with them, it's a pick, but there's a jump ball. Possession stays with Macomb. 7:36 remaining. Hines with it. Down the corner. Creasy. Good. She's got 10. Deerworster. And a travel. Nice pass from Robinson to Creasy. Give Creasy 12. Robinson's about her third assist to Creasy. And the Bombers lead 29-14. And Gwen Houston with a little help from Stortzum on the defense, travels. And it'll be Bomber basketball, and a line change comes in for the most part, as much of a line change as they can have for Central. It's Bachhold and Creasy on a backdoor cut. And then she tries to get it across the hair. It's Long. Well, I said it went off of a Bomber. Long Bachhold with it. Long inbounded it. Kinsey Griswold. Ginnenbacher. And Ava Peters on the floor for the Panthers right now. Ginnenbacher. Whoa, they call a block. And really, Kylie Robinson got ran over by the ball. Ginnenbacher hit her right in the chest with the ball. That'll be her first, team's third unofficially. Into Griswold, hard off the glass, no good. Marley Long is going to pick up the foul as she knocks down Stortsom. Long's first, team's third. 6:15 remaining. 15-point lead. And Creasy going to go all the way to the rack. Nobody stopped the ball. Creasy is going to get her 14th. She has scored as many as the Panthers have scored as a team. Bachhold. Bachhold misses the layup. I led the hair to Creasy. 5:40 remaining. Again, Griswold's going to come and shut the ball off that time with a foul. Griswold is going to pick up her second. Team foul number 4. Creasy at the free throw line. First one's off, no good. 5:38 remaining in the basketball game. Abernathy back in. Hines takes a seat. Second one is good. Griswold's going to drive, dumps it out, corner to Bachhold. Bachhold now on the drive, gives it to Peters. Back to Griswold. Griswold now goes to the rack, stops short, gives it off to Peters, who has it swiped away and through the legs of Long. Jump ball as Creasy and Peters dive for the basketball. It'll stay with Central. Wilson comes in. Creasy takes a seat with 15 points, a game high. 5:15 to go here in the basketball game. Skip out to Marley Long. Right side, to Ginenbacher. Bachhold with it. 3 on the way by Peters is short. She chases, gets her own rebound. Gives it out to Bachhold. Ginenbacher with it. Bachhold across to Ginenbacher. Out to Griswold for about a 16-foot jumper, 17 maybe. It's off, no good. Rebound to far side. I believe that's Stortsom. She gets it ahead to Wilson. Wilson gets it into Abernathy. Abernathy spins. Oh, nice little move right, and then she's going to be fouled by Griswold. It's a nice little move by Abernathy. She dribbled to her left and spun back to her right in a hurry. Griswold's going to pick up her third. Team's 5th. 2 free throws for Abernathy. First one's off, no good. Griswold takes a seat. Ava Turner checks in. Dakota Thorman checks in, as does Ava Bradford. Second one is a bank shot for Abernathy. She hits it. Ginenbacher has it swiped away. Bradford on the steal. She slows up, gives it to Wilson. Wilson, now the left-handed layup is good. She's got 3. Shot off, no good. It'll go back the other way. Bradford with it. Wilson, 3:53 remaining. Abernathy, she's going to drive, loses it off her foot, out of bounds, possession to the Panthers. Deerworster checking in. Ginenbacher's going to take a seat. .343 remaining. Ava Turner drives, goes to Deerworster right side. She tries to get the baseline. Dumps it in the corner, Bachhold. Now to Peters, right side, Ava Turner. Bachhold, Deerworster. She throws it away. Ava Bradford, with the steal. She puts the shot up off. It's no good. It's going to be out of bounds off Central. Possession to the Bombers. 3:16 remaining. Inbound, nice inbounds play. Thorman can't finish, though. Rebound to the Panthers, 3:10 remaining. Bachhold, the layup. Well, she's going to be fouled. Thorman stuck an arm out and fouled her. Didn't give her the easy layup. That'll be her second. Team's fourth. 2 free throws for Kaylee Bachhold. She hits the first. That's the first points of the half for the Panthers at the 3:05 mark. And the second one is good as well. She has 7 to lead her team. Abernathy, tie up. Gwen Houston ties her up. It'll stay with the Bombers. Ava Bradford with it. 2:51 remaining. Pulls up, baseline jumper off, no good. Danner with the putback. She has her fourth. .235 remaining. Foul's going to be on number 34, Aaliyah Abernathy. Her second. Team's fifth. 2 free throws for Gwen Houston. She hits the first. Missed the second. Bradford had the rebound. She's going to push it back the other way with 2:25 remaining. Good defense by Deerworster. Abernathy back to Bradford for 3. It's good. Ava Bradford gets her 7th point. And Deerworster for 2. Steal by Turner. Sophie Turner with the layup. It's off, no good. Deerworster with the putback, and she's going to be fouled. I had an extra 2 points on the Bombers scoreboard. I apologize. Fouls on number 22 for the Bombers, Lucy Platt. Her first. Team 6th. Deerworster missed the first. And the second. 1:43. Make it 1:40 remaining. Platt with it for the Bombers. And to Abernathy. Down to, can't see the number down there. I think it's number 32, Brooklyn Mast. She put the shot up. It was Mast. Sophie Turner to Deerworster. And Deerworster gets called for the travel. Good defense there by the Bombers, number 4, Lauren Schmalsoff. Platt brings it up far side. 1:15 remaining. Looking into Abernathy, down to Mast for 2. Another foul on the Bombers. Fouls on number 40, Kendall Danner, her first. 2 free throws for Gwen Houston. She hits the first. And missed the second. She's 50% from the free throw line. 42-20. Schmalzoff for a long 2. It's off, no good. Dear Worcester, long 2, good. .25 seconds remaining. Platt with the dribble. Here's to Schmalzoff. Down to Danner. Danner can't get the shot to fall. Goes off of a Bomber, out of bounds. 13.3 seconds remains. Ava Danner. Shot up, off, no good. Kenzie Griswold got the rebound, and that's going to do it. Final score, 42-22. Sorry, the scoreboard didn't update. 42-22 the final. Bombers get the win over the Panthers of Central Southeastern. For Central, 7 points to lead the way by Bachhold. 4 points for Dear Worcester. 2 points for Gwen Houston. 6 points for Anna Peters. 3 points for Agnes Ginnenbacher. And that's how they got to their 22. For the Bombers, game high 15 for Drew Creasy. 4 points for Kylie Robinson. 3 points for Sophie Wilson. 7 points for Ava Bradford. 2 points for Brooklyn Mast. Unofficially 7 for Ayla Abernathy. 2 of those might have went to Jordan Hines, however. 4 points for Kendall Danner. And that does it, 42 for the Bombers. There were 14 jump balls in that game. That'll do it for this broadcast. We'll take a short break. Join us on our next broadcast. The varsity game between the Panthers and the Bombers is coming up next here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports.